Whether they were a self-starter or born into money, these young people are the richest of the rich. Today we'll be talking about the top 10 youngest billionaires in the world. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so that you can discover some super interesting facts every day. Number 10. Ludwig Theodor Braun. First up in this list of young rich kids is currently one of the older people on the whole list, 30-year-old Ludwig Theodor Braun. He currently owns 10% of the family company and German medical device company B. Braun. B. Braun was in 1839 a small drugstore that sold home and herbalist-style remedies, but has since branched out to manufacturing products ranging from infusion and injection solutions to surgical instruments. Not much is known about this young man, especially compared to some of the other billionaires on this list, but what we do know is he currently resides in Melsugen, Germany, and has a net worth of $1 billion exactly. Number 9. Kylie Jenner. As a complete opposite to number 10, number 9 is famous. Some may call it infamous. Kylie Jenner of the Jenner Kardashian clan. However, this wasn't just the reason she's a billionaire. She's number 29 on America's Self-Made Women in 2020, number 1 on Celebrity 100 2020, and was part of Forbes 30 Under 30 in 2017. She is only 23 but remains at the top of her game. At age 19, she started her own cosmetics line, Kylie Cosmetics, and a clothing line with her sister Kendall. And Kylie, as of 2019, she has launched a new skincare line, Kylie Skin. Outside of the founding businesses, she has also been a model, online influencer, and reality show star with her family on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and her spin-off, Life of Kylie. However, like the rest of her family, she has been caught in many scandals and public misconduct. And in 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic started affecting American businesses heavily, she began to lose steam. Forbes even went as far as to accuse her of falsifying legal documents to appear to be a billionaire, when she allegedly was not. As of now, it seems that she still has a net worth of $1 billion, but only time will tell. Number 8. Alexandra Anderson and Katharina Anderson. These two sisters are considered a bit of a package deal when it comes to young billionaires. Like many of those on this list, they were born into wealth from their father, Johan Anderson Jr., the current owner and chairman of Ferd, a Norwegian holding company that holds partial ownership in companies within the industry, real estate, and finance. Each daughter received a 42.2% stake in the company in 2007 when Katharina was 13 and Alexandra was 12. The 25-year-old Katharina is the older of the two and has taken more interest in furthering the family business. She has completed her business administration education in Oslo, while also working in the same city for consultancy Ernst & Young. Her younger sister Alexandria, however, takes her future a little more into her own hands. She's a horse rider a bit professionally, having competed in multiple races over the years, and has even been a model for prominent equestrian gear company Kingsland, both still maintaining a $1.1 billion net worth each. Number 7. Eva Maria Braun-Ludig. Another Braun child appears, but higher than her younger brother is Eva Marie Braun-Ludig. She was also gifted in the B. Braun company's ownership, but more than her brother with her 12%. And yet still even more similar to number 10, not much is known about her to the general public. She is only 33, lives with the rest of her family in Melsugen, Germany, and has a net worth of $1.4 billion. Number 6. Jonathan Kwok. 28-year-old Jonathan Kwok is the son of late Walter Kwok, former chairman of Hong Kong's latest developer, Sung Hung Kai Properties, also known as SHKP. And as such, Jonathan has a net worth of $2.1 billion. He has also taken over for his late father and is the current director of Empire Group Holdings, a property developer that Walter started after leaving SHKP. Alongside his brother Jeffrey, Kwok inherited Walter's direct stake in SHKP and is a beneficiary of 1/3 of 5 large family trusts held by their grandmother, Kwang Soo-hing. She is the widow of Sung Hung Kai Properties co-founder Kwok Tai-seng, who died in 1990. But Jonathan may not be able to match dollar for dollar against this next young rich kid. Number 5. Gustav Magnar Widzow. 26-year-old Gustav Magnar Widzow is another Norwegian young billionaire with a net worth of $3.2 billion. and owns SalMar ASA. SalMar is a Norwegian fish farm company and one of the largest producers of farm salmon. They have top markets in and across Asia, the US, Canada, the Russian Federation, and Norway. The company's stake was handed to Gustav in 2013 by his father, Gustav Witzo Sr. Sr. still runs the company's day-to-day operations, allowing Gustav to invest in real estate and tech startups. Two examples of this are his invested in Gobiad in 2017, the Norwegian Snapchat competitor, and Key Butler, an online service that helps owners rent their homes on Airbnb. Witzik has also moved online into becoming an influencer and online content creator. His most significant social media outlet is on Instagram, where he has more than 52,200 followers. Number 4. John and Patrick Collison. We have another set of siblings together here at the Number Spot, featuring John and Patrick Collison, also known as the founder of the payment service Stripe. Both brothers hail from Ireland, where in college together they have launched their company. After a round of funding from Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Max Levchin, and Sequoia Capital in September 2019, the company values at a whopping $35 billion. Both 32-year-old brother Patrick and younger brother John each have a net worth of $3.2 billion. Number 3. Evan Spiegel. Evan Spiegel is one of the few that was on this list that wasn't born into immediate and enormous wealth right away. He was taken to 2 more wealthy lawyers in Los Angeles, California, but most of his fortune is self-made. Mr. Spiegel is the co-founder and CEO of the disappearing photo and messaging app known as Snapchat. He worked with another person on this list at his college, Stanford University, and prototyped Peekaboo, later renamed to Snapchat. When the app exploded, he and his partner created the nonprofit Snap Foundation, which was organized to help develop pathways to the creative economy for underrepresented youths in Los Angeles. In 2020, he donated more than $3 million to help with the COVID-19 pandemic. The 30-year-old currently has a net worth of $9.7 billion and holds 45% ownership of Snapchat. His partner has seemed to make even more of a name for himself. Number 2. Bobby Murphy. Bobby Murphy is the 32-year-old co-founder and CTO for Snapchat. He went to Stanford with Number 3 and helped develop the chat picture app. Spiegel brought him on after his startup failed. It was called Future Freshman, which was meant to be a website that helped high school kids get advice when applying to colleges. He didn't make $1 billion in a night with Spiegel, though, and after graduating while Snapchat was securing capital funding, he worked at Revel Systems, a system for restaurants that used an iPad point of sale. He even used half his paychecks to cover the cost of Snapchat's server bills. Currently, he leads the engineering and research teams at Snapchat. Within them, he is producing things like the Spectacles camera glasses in 2018, and currently has a net worth of $10 billion and owns 45% of Snapchat. Number 1. Lucas Walton. Finally, we come to number 1 with 33-year-old Lucas Walton. Walton is another child born into wealth, but born into the ownership of a company that trumps the rest of this list. Lucas Walter is the heir and grandson of Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. With a net worth of $17.1 billion, he can pretty much buy and do whatever he wants with his life, which he does as he currently works for his family with the Walter Family Foundation. He's the Environment Program Committee Chair for the foundation. Much like the first person on this list, not much of his personal life out there is known for everyone to see. But what is known is that he graduated with a bachelor's degree in environmentally sustainable business from Colorado College in 2010, and that he is okay with making his political beliefs known in the 2020 election when he gave $5,600 to the Biden campaign and $142,000 to the Democratic National Committee. So what did you think? Do you think that you could be the next young billionaire? Let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell for more content like this, and we'll see you next time.